Hello there, brothers. My name is Bruce Fenton. I'm one of the admins of this page. I haven't done a lot of the work on it. It's been done by a couple other people, and that's very much appreciated. But I did want to take this time to make what I think is an important message. I made a post the other day on the topic, and I think it's something that we should really pull together on. We're in a situation where we do have a global health emergency. I'm not saying that to be alarmist. That's just the words that the WHO has used. Here in the United States, the CDC has said that we should prepare for interruptions. Now, there is a chance that this could, hopefully peak soon and maybe have minimal impact. But it seems that there's going to be at least some impact, particularly from an economic standpoint. There's already been significant impact in China, and there's impact to the economics and to the supply chain. For that reason alone, it makes sense to sort of prepare. There is also a chance, unfortunately a higher chance, that there will be a moderate case scenario where we have sort of severe interruption, kind of like what we've already seen in other places, and we could have some death and a lot of interruption in our way of lives and the economy. There's also really, unfortunately, a smaller chance that there could be a real catastrophe, and it could end up being a very, very serious, it's already very, very serious, but it could be much worse. Either way, I'm not here to tell you what's going to happen. You can do your own research. I think it clearly is something to be concerned about, but regardless of your situation, it makes sense to plan. This has already affected many of our brothers around the world in places like Italy, now Spain today, certainly all throughout Asia. It's had a profound effect on our brotherhood. And the best thing that we can do to help ourselves and help our communities is to prepare. We've got to prepare now. And we've got to work together on this. So we're going to try and use this page we have so many members, and we have hundreds of thousands of members, hundreds of thousands of brothers who are in turn in contact with their own lodge. There might be a member of our page, and then he has another 50 members of his lodge. So we have a great network here. We have 6 million of us total, and the people on this page can pretty much reach all of them. And if you count their families and their friends, that's millions and millions of people, maybe 10 million or more people that we can reach. Our fraternity has a very, very long history of helping each other and coming together when people are in need. I think that what we can do now to prepare, and if this particular crisis doesn't end up affecting you, that's great. Preparation would simply serve as a drill, and it prepare you even better for the next possible eventuality, because disasters and emergencies do happen. Could be a storm, could be even just an individual brother's house burns down. In the old days, our fraternity, if somebody's house burned down, you'd have a bunch of us showing up to rebuild that house. In today's world, our duties and our oaths that we've taken are a little harder. We don't, how many times have you had someone make a call for help in the way that that you've learned and responded? Probably rarely. It's pretty rare. That's good. But it's partly because of the way that communications work and the way that our world is spread out now, and because we all do our own thing, we're in our own communities. Our fraternity is not as centralized around our local community as it used to be, because we're all online and we're on the internet and everything else. 50 years ago, and especially 100 years ago, the lodges in the community were much, much stronger. Unfortunately, an emergency is exactly the time when you need local involvement. You need the community. So what we should do is take this opportunity and do a few things. One, I'd like to see as a goal, I'd like to have us create an informal organization. I have some experience with decentralized organizations. This isn't something we need to make really complex. Sometimes things that are decentralized are even better. But I think we should make some kind of loose organization that has a goal of getting every lodge in the world to have a couple safety officers, a couple emergency response officers, volunteers. And what those people will do is very simple. They'll just coordinate and communicate with members of the lodge, close friends, loved ones of the lodge, their local community, and they'll communicate with local emergency response systems, local disaster preparedness, and so on. And then we can have sort of the, home office, if you will, of this sort of decentralized organization. If we can have a handful of volunteers who have a lot of experience with this kind of thing, people who maybe, maybe doctors or medical professionals or emergency professionals or, former military or something like that, who can give advice and guidance, and we can share information. Communications goes a long way. Communications can save a lot of lives. At the very, very least, you can know who's in trouble and who can help and have communications for that kind of thing. I would just urge everybody to prepare right now. As I said, if you don't need it, that's great. There's a great saying that I saw the other day by Nassim Nicholas Taleb, and he said, if you're paranoid, you can be wrong 1,000 times and still be okay. If you're not paranoid and you're wrong once, it can wipe you out, wipe out your entire gene pool. We don't want to take that risk. And it's not so much that I'm so particularly concerned about this, but I know the importance of preparation, and I can't urge people enough to do that. I think that it's one of the most responsible things we can do. By preparing even something as simple as buying food, you can reduce the burdens on the system. Our brothers in Italy, 48 hours ago, were sitting enjoying pasta and having a great time. Instantly, their entire lives have changed. The stores are all sold out. There's roads that are blocked for up to a week. Businesses shut down. It's a major interruption, and it's getting worse. We need to prepare, and we need to prepare now. Please, let's work together, and let's do this, and let's communicate. I think this is important, and hopefully we won't need it for this crisis. If we do, we really need to prepare. If we don't, it's no better time like now than to make a drill and to prepare, and we'll be all the more prepared for the next one. Okay? I hope this helps. I hope that it's something people think about and participate in. Thank you.